What's going on, everybody? Welcome. We got a bit of a doubleheader going on because the schedule has been, or the matches just collide. Gauff Valentov has just started, and Machac Tsitsipas about to start as well. As Gauff hits a good return, but it just missed, so it was not a good return. 30-15. Winner of Tsitsipas Machac plays Medvedev. So that's interesting. That is what we got going on. And then after these matches, we've got nothing for until the Sabalenka match in 3 hours. 4 hours, sorry. 4 hours. 4 hours. All right, Valentova serves. Into the backhand of Gauff. Return goes to the backhand of Valentova. Gauff. Another backhand to the backhand of Valentova up the middle to the front of Gauff. Backhand of Valentova in the net. 30-all. Chance for Coco to break. All right, 30 all. Also, chat, this is what we actually need. So if you are just joining us, Tsitsipas, straight sets. 10 aces. That's what we need. That is what we need. 30 all. By the way, I didn't even realize we're doing a bit of a check double. Never thought, totally didn't even think that. All right, backhand Valentova. Into the backhand of Gauff. Valentova again to the backhand of Gauff. Up the line to the forehand of Valentova. Gauff. Forehand up the line is good. Valentova slices it back. Gauff forehand on the attack is long, and Valentova gets to 40-30. Optimistic. Steph is on my bench, so I wouldn't mind him losing. No! No, because if he wins, he goes up in price. So even if you're on the bench, you can still get prize up, go up in price. That's what... all right. Valentova 40-30. Good serve. Nope. Just missed. That was a let, was it? All right, Valentova serves again. Serve to the forehand of Gauff. And Valentova slice goes in the net, and we get the deuce. Tsitsipas 10 aces alone or total in the match? Total in the match. No, he needs to get 10. Somewhere I read that Berrettini's out of the top 100 for the first time since 2018. That's brutal, man. That is brutal. Berrettini had a tough draw today. He'll be all right. On the grass, Berrettini and Hubie will come good. As that backhand in the net by Valentova, Gauff's got a break point advantage. I'll cheer for him to win the match at least. Yeah, because you want him to go up in price. At least make up a little bit. All right, advantage Gauff to break. That was a default second serve. Second serve, Valentova. To the backhand of Gauff. Gauff hits it out. Valentova gets back to deuce. Right, deuce. So what else is going on at the moment? So you got Quinn down a set against Ruiz. You've got Joint down a set and a 5-1 in the second against Golubic, which is not great for Gauff. For Joint, sorry. It's fine. I don't know if it might not even affect Coco. Anyways, Gauff's got a break point again. Siniakova's up a set and 3-2 against Kalinskaya. All right, advantage Coco to get the break. As Valentova serves the fault, second serve. Serve to the backhand of Gauff. Return goes to the backhand of Valentova. Gauff. Backhand up the line. Valentova gets it with the forehand to the backhand of Gauff. Gauff in the net. Back to deuce. Gauff's making a lot of errors to start this one. Needs Steph to win. He's on my bench, but my alternate chip's in this week. Yep. Need him to win. We all need him to win. Tennis needs Steph to win. Tennis world needs Medvedev Tsitsipas on clay. Trust me, chat. We ain't got Sinkeraz. We need Tsitsipas. Steph Medvedev? I don't know. We got to figure out a name. Drop shot winner by Gauff. What is it? Tsitsipas? What are we calling? What do we call? You know what we call Tsitsipas Medvedev? Spicy. That's what we call it. We need spicy because we don't have Sinkeraz. We gotta have something. We need something to fill in the time, and that's the match. That's the matchup. That's been the matchup for like almost a decade. Lovely drop shot winner there by Coco. She got another break point. Yeah, bring the popcorn. Exactly. Advantage Coco. Stefano. Okay. 400 rally. As Valentova is unleashing forehands. Gauff with the backhand pass though. Valentova volleys, but Gauff's going to get it with a pass. And that's too good by Coco. I'll tell you, Valentova nailed some forehands and Coco defended well. That's what she does best. And then she turned it around. She breaks. 2-love. 2-love. Great hitting by Valentova. But Coco with the passing shots. It's too good. Tsitsipas and Machac have played a couple times. And I can't spell their names, and it's not going to tell me what the... Hang on, here we go. 1-1, and they played 0 times on clay. They played the Australian Open this year. It was 4 sets to Machac. But that was not on clay. So, all right, Steph's going to serve first. Valentova down a break already. Gauff in the net with a forehand. And it's 15. It's not possible that both Czech players lose. Well, you've got like 100 other ones, so it's okay. It'll be 2 out of like a billion. So you have got other Czech players that are winning right now. So, all right, Steph comes in with a forehand and he nails up the line. Great hitting. I'll tell you, chat. We're watching Tsitsipas 2021. He's back. Like he is looking. He's playing like that 2021 Steph. Did he win Monte Carlo in 21? I know he made the French Open final that year. Like he is playing like 21 Steph. Love 30, by the way. Coco's in trouble. At least that first point was. 1 point into this tournament. Didn't he make the final here once? As Valentova hits it out, 15-30. Machac hits it wide, and it's 30-love. He's just got that confidence again. Like, that Rude match was crazy. But that whole week, he just looked good again. And he even said that he felt good. Which is very important. All right, 15-30. Steph at 30-love. Steph's forehand and serve have definitely gotten better. Oh, yeah. Like, he's definitely used... And his backhand's actually not been, like, really a weakness. He hits another forehand winner, Steph. I mean, he's just ripping forehands in this first game. 40-love. Can't pump me up, Steph. I was pumping Steph up at the start of the year when he was playing the United Cup, and I'm like, he's back. And then he lost, like, 4 in a row. But now he's back again, all right? It was just a delayed back. He's back. He's back. You know, his backhand Steph up the line. Love that. Another backhand cross court from Steph. Into the back of Machac. Steph with the backhand up the line goes wide. He went for it, though, and I like that. I like that he's attacking that backhand. He's not afraid. Anyways, breakpoint Valentova. Gauff with a forehand cross court. Valentova slices it, but it's long, and we get the deuce. Yeah, he's looking confident. Yeah. How much did I put on Tsitsipas? 0. But, like, he has been looking... Like, he hasn't been consistent enough to be, like, ranked high enough. But I tell you, last week last week he looked super, super solid against Rude. That was one of the best matches of the year. And he should have won that match, let's be real. And he looked great at the start of the year, too, when he was playing for Greece. You know, he should have probably... What did he win? Did he win? He beat Fritz, right, at the start of the year? All right, Coco to try and go to 3-love here. He's got his mojo back. Exactly. Valentova in the net. Gauff with advantage to go to 3-love. Serve to the back end of Valentova. Forehand from Gauff. Into the forehand of Valentova. Gauff, forehand again. Up the line. Into the backhand of Valentova. Gauff backhand again. Into the backhand of Valentova. Nice shot. Gauff gets it. And hits it wide. And we get back to deuce. I tell you, Valentova is hitting with Coco at the moment. They are going toe-to-toe. Now Machac serves. Into the forehand of Steph. But I think it's a let. A later by Poppy won today. Oh, that was so good. That was such a good win. That set the tone for the day. Serve out wide the forehand of Tsitsipas. Forehand out from Machac up the line. Steph with the backhand cross. Into the back of Machac. Steph with the forehand. Into the backhand of Machac, but Steph overhits it. Gauff with the forehand goes again. The forehand of Valentova. Gauff up the line. Forehand as Valentova backhand goes again. The forehand of Gauff. Valentova backhand goes wide, and it's advantage Coco. Advantage Gauff to go to 3-love. Fritz is coming back at Geneva. Yeah, he's planning to for next week. All right, Gauff goes in the back of Valentova. Forehand from Gauff on the stretch. Valentova unleashes a forehand cross court. Gauff gets it back. Valentova backhand. Now Gauff jumping backhand straight to Valentova, sliced and goes wide. Gauff gets the 3-love. She's had to fight for it though. That hasn't been an easy 3-love at all. All right, 3-love Coco, but she's had to work hard for it. All right, Machac 30-love. Probably on hard course this season, looking for another crazy run. Imagine he wins Canada again. That's optimistic, but it would be great. Yeah, very tough hold. The first 3 games, I think, all went to deuce too. I think. All right. Machac, 40-love. Anybody else think we're getting like 2 tie breaks in this match? Is Tsitsipas getting a time violation for... Or is he... Oh, he thought it was a... He's challenging a serve, I think. He thought that was one of... Maybe the serve was long? All right, 40-love. Machac serves. I'll tell you, both Machac and Tsitsipas should not be unseated. They should both be seated. They're both top 30 players, at least. There's a forehand up the line to the backhand of Steph. Backing out from Machac in the net. It's 40-15. Why is Machac not higher ranked? Is it injury? Has he not been active? It seems crazy that he's Steph, we know, right? He's not done well at tournaments that he had to go well, do well at. But Machac, how did he fall off the rankings? I mean, he's always, maybe he hasn't been as high. He was he was top 20 a year ago. Or top, 30. Why did he drop? US Open 4th round? Is it just because he hasn't been good this year? Yeah, he was floating around the top 30 last year, and now he's outside the top 40. Oh, Acapulco final. Oh, sorry, he won Acapulco. Lost all those points. That was the big one, I think. Yeah, he lost. He didn't defend Acapulco. He didn't even play Acapulco. He went and played Doha and lost to Sinner first round. Oh, that sucks. And then he didn't play Indian Wells. So he must have got injured as well. That sucks, though. You go, oh, you know what? I'm going to go to the Middle East and I'm going to play there instead. And he's like, I'm not going to defend my title in Acapulco. Whoops. I have to play Jannik Sinner first round. That's like the worst choice ever. Who chose that? Who decided that? And then he lost to Hodar. He lost to Sinner, Rublev, and Norrie lately. Yeah. He did win Adelaide, though. But that's only 250. All right. Here we go. I love 15 Coco. There's the forehand. Goes in the forehand. Oh, into the backhand of Valentova. Gauff with the backhand up the line. And it's too good. Love 30. All right, Coco looking for that double break here. Machac holds, by the way, 1-1, and Tsitsipas love 15. Party at the Garine court? I can imagine. Poor joint. She has potential, but she never gets a good run. Have a good run. Yeah, well, she's been injured too. All right. Now Steph with a forehand again is wide. Love 30. As Valentova hits a ball into the open court but misses, and it's love 40. Coco to go to 4 love. It sucks for Valentova because she's actually been playing all right. But she's about to go down 4 love, which is really not accurate. It's been a close match. Serve out wide the backhand of Gauff. Backhand of Valentova up the line. That's a great shot. Gauff gets it back though. And then a forehand Valentova winner. And it's 15-40. Valentova's forehand reminds me of Raducanu's. Just like easy power. And it's very like a simple swing. Josh.
Come on, Tsitsipas. I could really use a win from him. The first round hasn't been the nicest to me so far.
Well, he's in trouble at the moment because, Machac just missed the lob. Lucky. 15-30. All right, Coco. Double break point to get the double break. 15-40. First round's been a bit strange, hasn't it? As we return now to the back of Valentova, up the line to the front of Gauff. Valentova drop shot. Gauff's going to get it. Put it away. Gauff 4 love. Papa Steph in the house. He definitely brushed some colour into his hair. You can tell. I respect that. 15-30. Machac looking for a break. Backhand return goes to the front of Steph. Backhand from Machac. Again, the front of Steph. Machac backhand. Into the net. 30-all. By the way, chat, it's not just me, right? You can't see the ball. Right? It's not just me. Right? The ball on the Tsitsipas court, it's hard to see, right? I can see the ball on the Gauff court. Picture perfect. But the Steph court is like glary as hell. Like, it is blinding. Why is the court glowing? Is it me? It's just me, right? It's not just me? 30-all. Yeah, the courts are super bright. Like, it is... I don't know what they're doing. It's blinding. I need one person to agree with me, and then I'll feel validated. I can't see the ball. Good. That's enough for me. Even if everybody else is like, you're blind. Okay, good. It's just me. It's not just me then. It's 2 people. That's good. Same cam I gave up looking? Yeah. Anyways, Machac is down up he got a break point, apparently. Steph serves an ace, though, I think. Couldn't see it, but apparently it was an ace. Deuce. Double fault for Coco, by the way. Love 30. I think it's just the camera settings. They just got to turn down the settings. Turn the settings down a bit so then it just doesn't glare. Because like center court's fine, even though there's a big ass shadow from the screen halfway on the court, which looks terrible. But they'll put a roof on it and it won't look bad, and that goes out by Valentova. All right, 15-30. All right, Tsitsipas down break point again. Chad, I thought Steph was going to win. You told me he was going to win. I thought he was back. All right, serve. To the backhand of Machac, but Machac hits it out. And it's back to Deuce as Gauff gets the 30-all. Machac just missed it. By the way, Machac got a haircut. I think. Aussies losing. It could be worse. You could be British with Katie and Fernley out. We only have Norrie left. No wonder I support Spain. Okay. As Gauff hits that forehand wide. I don't know what you're talking about. Popperin won. Speak for yourself. What are you talking about? Popperin won. Australia's having a great day. Backhand rally. And Gibson won yesterday. We're on fire. Backhand goes out by Steph. Machac gets another break point. Break point for Valentova as well to get one of these breaks back. As the return goes into the forehand of Gauff. Valentova, another forehand to the forehand of Gauff. Gauff in the net. There's the break. Valentova gets one back. All right, 4-1. Coco with the break still. As Machac. By the way, this court is blinding. It's the contrast of going from the Coco match and going, oh, I can see the ball, to like, I can't see what's going on. Where's the ball gone? It disappeared. Like, it's crazy. Like, the court's getting brighter. They're messing with me now. They can hear me. Backhand to backhand rally. As it goes up the line from Machac, he breaks as well. All right, 2-1. The Machac court is getting brighter, or I'm going blinder. It is like they're turning up the brightness on purpose. It's getting brighter. It's brutal. This is crazy. Can't believe this. All right, Valendova gets one of the breaks back. To be honest, Valendova was playing well. 4-love was not the accurate score. That was a complete lie from the scoreboard. It should be level. Or like 3-2. I got bad eyes, so I'm always squinting. Yeah, I'm blaming the camera. It's not I can see. Gonna be tough to win for Steph? Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Say he's gonna win. Say he's gonna win in straight sets. Come on. Come on. Straight sets win. Anyways, back to Valendova. She's got one of the breaks back, but she's still down 1-4. First serve is a fault, second serve. As we get a 4-4 rally. Valendova again to the front of Gauff, up the line to the back of Valendova. Oh, Valendova overhits it. And it's love 15. What happened to joint this year? She started off injured and she's just never recovered. Physically, she's fine, but she's never she hasn't been able to recover like any sort of like momentum. How do you get into actually studying tennis and learning tennis? I mean, I don't know. You don't? It's not really a thing. Love 30s, that goes to the net. I didn't like choose to study tennis. That wasn't a thing. Like, I didn't wake up one day and go, I'm going to study tennis and learn about I just like was watching and learning, and then I played. Well, I played tennis first, and then I started watching it, and then learning more about it, and then watching, and then playing more, and then watching more, and like it just kind of happens. Like, you just kind of, yeah, that's pretty much it. Slow, like over a long period. Like, if this was a course, it takes about 20 years, and it's like, it's very slow. You've got to play a lot of tennis, watch a lot of tennis. I mean, it's, yeah. The best way to learn more about tennis is to play. Because then you actually get an appreciation on, like, these players and how hard it is. Anyways, Gauff to win, it's 5-1. Like, I think that's the best. Like, the best way to learn about tennis is to go and play tennis. Like, learn how to play. Because that way you'll appreciate the players more. But you also, like, the more you watch, the more you want to go play. So it kind of, like, feeds into itself, right? So, like, you'll learn more, and then you'll be like, oh, man, this is really hard. How do the pros do it? And then you watch the pros, and you're like, oh, I want to try that. And then you go and play on the court, and then you go back, and you keep going back and forth, and that's just the way it is. And then you just end up, getting no sleep. 5-1. Just like any hobby. Like, you just kind of, like, get into it. Gauff serve for the set. And she double faults. Even amateur levels are hard. We know the pros are another level. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But like, just go get, like, tennis lessons if you can. If you can find somewhere to get them. Definitely worth. And it will make you, like, it'll not just appreciate the players more, but it'll definitely make you, you'll learn a lot about what how the players do it too. It'll give you a better understanding. Philandova hits another winner, love 30. Love 30. Steph, by the way, is down 3-1, but he's up 30 love in this game. Oh, Vachero's out of Rome as well. What? Damn. Everybody's out. Love 30. As serving the forehand from Valenova. Gauff with the backhand. Valenova drop shot is too good. Love 40. All right, Steph's got 30 love. As the backhand return from Machac goes in the backhand of Steph. But Steph hits a wide. 30-15. All right, Valenova to get another one of these breaks back. Love 40 for Valentiva. As the backhand return goes in the front of Gauff. Gauff in the net. Valentiva gets another break back, but she needs to hold. Just hasn't been able to hold serve yet. All right, 30-15 Steph. Serving the backhand of Machac. Forehand from Steph goes in. 40-15. Lovely forehand winner by Steph. Siniakova once again can't serve out the match. That's a bummer. All right, Tsitsipas 40-15. As he serves a fault, second serve. A double fault. 40-30. I just randomly thought, who will they choose for 6-King Slam? I got to be honest. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to do it this year. Steph serves an ace down the tee. He holds, but he's down a break. 3-2 Machac. I don't think they're going to do it because if you look at what they're doing, like Saudi are pulling away from a lot of events, right? They're pulling out of, golf. They're pulling out of tennis even, right? In parts of tennis. So I don't think they'll do 6-King Slam because they seem to be stepping away from that kind of stuff for now. So I don't think they'll do it. Plus, will players want to go? If in a couple months or whatever, how many months? If in 4 or 5 months things are still going on, right? So I don't know if they'll do it, especially because they also have that 1,000. Now, so why would they play an exhibition? Why would they just not use that money to make the 1,000 in 2 years, improve, get that to a point instead of they don't need to get Alcaraz and Sinner and stuff. And again, I think that the reason why that 6-King Slam was around, I think part of it was to showcase what they could do, and show the ATP, hey, look, we can host events. Look at us. And then they got the license, so I think maybe they might just be like, we don't need this anymore. So I don't think they'll do it. When was it? I can't remember when it was announced last year. Was it announced around this time? I can't remember. And the year before, was it announced? It was announced by now, pretty sure. As Valenova 30 love. Oh no, they announced it in August last year. Oh no, they announced a lineup in August, but they announced the tournament. Pretty sure they said that it was. I don't know. They didn't. Apparently, it was in August. Okay, so maybe they will. But by the sounds of it, looks like the Saudi Arabian fund is they're sort of backing off on stuff. So I don't know if they're going to throw millions of dollars at 6 tennis players to play an event when they could put $6 million into building the stadium for the 1,000 event they're going to host, right? Maybe that's a better choice of funds. 30 love here, Machac. And Valentova's got 40-15. She hasn't held serve yet. Why check play so good? Yeah, that's a great question. All right, 40-15 as that goes out by Gauff, and it's 5-3 Gauff. She's going to serve the set again. All right, 5-3 Coco. But Valentiva holds for the first time. All right, 40-15 him a hatch. As he tries to keep that break. As Gauff serves, a double fault. I feel like she double faulted the first point of at least 3 games. All right, 40-15 Machac. He serves into the backhand of Steph. Return goes in the net, and Machac holds 4-2. 4-2 Machac. There's a bit of serve from Gauff. Oh, what a return by Valentiva. Slice from Gauff goes in. Oh, and then Valentiva hits the wide backhand. God, that's a shame. She had such a great return off the first serve. It caught everybody by surprise. But then she just sprays the backhand. 15-0. As Gauff serves in the front of Valentiva. Good return to the front of Gauff. Up the line from Coco's nice. Up goes a lob by Valentiva. Gauff lets it bounce. Decides to hit a forehand instead. But it's a winner. She puts it away. 30-15. Also Machac in the net. 15-love. All right. Coco trying to win this first set. She serves another fault, second serve. Serve from Gauff. Into the fault of Valentiva. Great return. Gauff with a slice short. In comes Valentiva. Down the middle. Gauff gets it back. Valentiva smash. Puts it away. 30-0. Coco just not prepared for these returns by Valentiva. Valentiva's just hitting these massive shots. And she's just just slicing it, really. All right. 30-0. As Gauff serves in the back of Valentiva. Return goes wide. Coco 40-30. Set point. Set point for Gauff to take the first set. She serves. A let. Tsitsipas 30-15. As the return goes in there by Valentiva. Gauff holds and takes the first set. 6-3. She got broken twice there, Gauff. But she eventually gets the set. Machac to the backhand into the forehand of Steph. Machac forehand slice on the stretch. Tsitsipas forehand inside out. Oh, he pushed it wide again. 30-0. God, Steph's in big trouble now. Just keeps missing that inside out forehand. That off forehand just keeps missing. All right, first set for Coco, 6-3. 6 winners, 17 unforced errors from Gauff. 6 winners, 13 unforced errors from Valentiva. So both are missing a lot. No aces for either player in that first set either. Both weren't serving great. A lot of breaks. I think, what do we have, like 5 breaks in the set, I think. And Steph gets a 40-30. Clutch at the moment to just stay close, really. Tsitsipas, by the way, has already hit 6 unforced errors on the forehand side and 5 on the backhand. But his serve keeps hold. All right, Machac with the break, 4-3. It's Steph. Yeah, his serve is the only thing keeping him alive with that 4 aces so far. By the way, I said 10 aces, didn't I? All right, 4-3. Machac with the break. How we doing, chat? What's up? What is up? Who you got winning these matches, chat? Give me some predictions. Who you got winning each of these matches? Come on, Tsitsipas, I need this win. You and me both. Steph's forehand just looks way off. Yeah, it was looking good in the first game. Machac only hit 3 errors. He's playing clean. But yeah, Steph is making a lot of errors. He's hitting a few winners though, but like I said, the serve, the 4 aces are the thing that's really helped him. He hasn't had a break point against the Machac serve yet. Let's see if Machac gets nervous. It can happen. Yeah, Machac is serving 87% of first serves in and 70% of points won. He's lost 3 points on serve and he missed 2 first serves, which is just crazy good serving. So try breaking that guy. But yeah, Tsitsipas' serve is well and truly his best shot right now. It's the only thing keeping him 1 break away. Do you think Coco will win straights? Coco's just asking how much time has Valentova been gone for. Because Coco's like, well, I'll practice some serves. What was the question? Oh, Gauff and straights? If she can hold a few more serves, because Valentova is struggling on serve big time. So if Gauff can hold a little bit easier, then she'll definitely she should win in straights. Because she's been able to break Valentova pretty much every time. As Tsitsipas hits a forehand inside out wide, and it's 15 love. Sinner gave some interesting words regarding the revenue for the from slams. Yeah, I did a little bit more digging into what the whole thing was, and yeah, it is. They're only getting 15% total, and again, it's not about the rich getting richer. It's about every tennis player getting paid more. So Sinner and Gauff and Sabalenka and anybody else who talks about it is not doing it only. They're not only doing it for themselves. And I said this yesterday. The number 100 in the world saying something about the revenue is not going to get heard. But if the best players on the planet are saying something, then the number 100 in the world gets benefits too. So it's all about every player getting, because they're not getting paid. It's not the winner of the tournament gets paid more. It's everybody across the board gets paid more. So they want to get 22% up from 15% revenue cut from Roland Garros, which I think I heard as well is the worst for revenue split for players. It's the lowest revenue out of the 4 slams. It's the worst cut for the players. All right, Valentova's back as we get a backhand now from Steph into the forehand of Machac. Steph with a pass. Machac with a drop volley winner. Just too good. Great rally, Machac. 30-15. 14%, sorry. Is it 14? They want to go to 23. Yeah. So it was, yeah. But yeah, it would be crazy if they boycott the French though. It's the French Open's literally 2 weeks, 3 weeks away. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. 30-15 Machac. I don't know what the Wimbledon cut is or anything like that, but I did hear that the French Open has the lowest revenue split to players. Apparently, I'm not sure what the other slam, but they across the board they're talking to all the slams, right? So they mentioned the slams as in general. I think they get I think I heard as well they get 20 or 30, 25% in the ATP and WTA of revenue cuts per tournament or something on average. So the revenue split's fine for the ATP WTA. It's the slams that they get they should be getting paid more. Everyone, not just the winners or the number 1, right? It's everybody who plays those tournaments should be getting paid more. So yeah, it'd be interesting. Well, again, it's just a wait and see. How the hell are you going to boycott the French? It's in 3 weeks. And then what do they do for Wimbledon if they boycott the French? Can you imagine? Imagine if the top 100 didn't play the French this year, and then Wimbledon happens, and they're going to make a decision there too. Like, can you imagine? Like, that would be insane. That would be crazy. Like, yeah. All right, 30 love, by the way, Valentova. And 40-30 for Machac to keep that break. As Steph returns in the net, Machac serving well. 5-3. 5-3. All right. $30-15 here. Valentova trying to get off to a better start. As Coco. So Valentova serves again into the forehand of Coco. Valentova with a forehand cross court. Coco gets it back into the forehand of Valentova. Up the line to the backhand of Gauff. Valentova forehand again to the backhand of Gauff. Into the Valentova backhand. Gauff for the forehand of the stretch. Valentova forehand again to the forehand of Gauff. Gauff in the net. And it's 40-15. And a big shout from Valentova as well. All right, 5-3. Tsitsipas serving to stay in it. Serving the back of the Machac. Steph forehand winner. There we go. As Gauff returns in the forehand of Valentova. Forehand from Gauff. Again to the forehand of Valentova. Gauff wins the point. Valentova hits it out. 40-30. I don't think that the players are going to play, but they might boycott in some other way. Camera signing or interviews. Okay. So you reckon that they won't boycott that, but they won't like participate in like press conferences or something? Like, that'd be interesting. Anyways, Gauff in the net. Valentova holds 1-love in the second. 15-all here as we have a forehand now to the forehand of Machac. Serve now to the forehand of Machac. Machac hits it out. Do you really think they would boycott? It would be weird. I mean, other sports have had strikes. It's just like very hard because, as I was saying yesterday or the other day, like it's going to be very tricky to because there's going to be players that don't want to boycott because it's an opportunity to win a slam. So like it's very like you've got to have like it's almost like an all or nothing, right? Because if you go like the top whatever 30 the top 30 you're not playing there's still players outside the top 30 that are very slam capable. Penko is outside the top 30, right? I mean there's a lot of players that wouldn't look weird as a champion of a slam that are outside that top 30. So it's like it's got to be across the board. Like, it's an all or nothing, because otherwise, if there's some players that are like, yeah, I'm going to boycott, and then they play the French. It would just be, there's going to be, I mean, they're asking the top players, because the top players are the ones that can make the noise, that will make the moves. But, yeah, it's an all or nothing. It's an individual sport. So, it's not like, NBA going on strike, where, like, one team says, I'm not playing, and then other teams follow suit. It's like if 3 or 4 players are saying it and then everybody else wants to play though, it's got to be an all or nothing. It's very, very tricky in an individual sport to get everybody to agree not to play when it's a grand slam, right? And some of those players can't afford to not play too, right? I mean, if you're 70 in the world, boycotting is it's a big statement, but it's also like a big loss. Because you're just giving up a massive payday, So you really got really got to be worth it for those lower ranked players too. To, the top players all have to do it, and the lower players might follow. But yeah, it's a big risk. As with a forehand winner there from Gauff, and it's 30-all. But we'll find out. I mean, we'll keep an eye. I'm sure Rome will be the place that they keep talking about it. So we'll see. I don't know if Djokovic has been asked about it yet. I don't think he's done a press conference yet, so he'll probably be asked tomorrow. But I haven't heard him make a statement about it yet. All right, 30-all. Coco trying to level this second set. There's the backhand from Gauff up the line to the forehand of Valentova. Forehand from Gauff into the backhand of Valentova. Gauff for the forehand again to the backhand of Valentova. She puts up a moon ball. Lands in. Gauff for the forehand again to that Valentova backhand. Now Gauff with the backhand on the attack. Volendova there with a forehand cross court and it's long. Ooh. Volendova had a chance there, just overhit it. 40-30. All right. Machac serving for the first set. Steph slice return. Machac comes in with a drive volley. Steph with the lob. Is that going to go in? No. Just missed. 15-love. All right, 15-love. And Gauff holds. 1-1, second set. All right, 15-love here. Machac, he's been untouchable on serve, Machac. Like I said, he only lost a couple of points on serve. He's lost 5 points on serve for the set. Steph returns the net, 30-love. And he's hit 87% first serves in, 80% of points won on first serves. I mean, this is ridiculous serving by Machac. Like, he is serving ridiculously high level. As Machac serves again. Down the tee. Steph return, goes wide. I mean, Machac, he just can't miss. 40-love. I mean, that's the thing. Like, Steph got broken and hasn't been... I mean, Steph served 5 aces, Machac served 0, but it's just the unreturnables. Like, that's what he's doing. Just unreturnable serves by Machac. Doesn't need to hit aces. 40-love, set points. First serve's a fault, second serve. Well, he's forcing Steph to miss. Serve out wide, serve and volley. And the volley, just missed by Machac. That's confidence, serve and volley on the second serve. But he was up 40-love, so no risk. Because that goes wide by Volendova. Gauff, love 30. All right, set point number 2 for Machac. (40-15). Coco's trying to get the break early in the second. As Machac serves. Out wide, Steph hits it in the net, okay. Or hits it in the ground. He's kind of like dribbled it down. Machac wins the first 6-4. First set in the bag. All right. And it was just one break. One bad service game by Tsitsipas was the difference. Machac untouchable on serve. All right, love 40 for Coco. As Volendova serves. A fault. Second serve. 8.1 performance rating in the match first set. 7.1 for Steph, so he needs to improve. Both guys served well, except for that one game from Steph. We got broken with... it was the third game of the match. That was the only difference on the service. As we have 4-4 rally. Coco up the line to the back of Volendova. Backhand over from Gauff. Into the backhand of Volendova. Sliced. Gauff comes to the net. Hits a winner. Beautiful backhand. All right, Coco breaks. 2-1, second set. 6 winners. 3 errors from Machac. 7 winners and 13 errors by Steph on the ground strokes. 7 of those were forehand errors. He hit 7 forehand winners, though, so his forehand's a bit hit and miss. Backhand, though, hasn't hit a winner. He's hit 6 errors, so needs to improve that backhand, Steph, or at least mask it if he's going to try and win the second. All right. Can you believe if lower seed player ranked outside the top 100 wins a slam due to the boycott from the top seeds? Yeah, it would be an incredible statement. By the way, chat, let's talk hypothetically though. If it does happen, how many of you are still going to watch the French Open? Let's say, like, I think the top 100 being out is very, like, that's a stretch. Some will play because they have to play. But let's say the top 50 didn't play. Would you still watch? If, like, let's say 60, top 60. Let's say the best player in the draw was 61 in the world. And I'm not going to look at the rankings and tell you who that is because it doesn't really matter, just hypothetically. If the top 60 didn't play on the men and women's side, would you watch the French? If, like, the number 1 seed was 60 in the world, it would literally be like a 250 or even a challenger level of event because that's what those... They'd have to cut the draw in half too because you wouldn't be able to fill the draw up to 300 in the world because those people are off doing challenges and stuff. So I don't even know if you have enough players to be able to fill the draw. So that's the thing too. If they all boycott, how are they gonna? They're not gonna make like. I mean, how are they gonna replace them? Because what you get number 101 to 250. Will they be around? I don't think they're around. It'd have to be. They'd probably cut the draw to like half the size, and it'd be like a 64, and then it would literally feel like a 500 or a 250. But would you watch? Definitely. No, definitely not watching. I think it'd be fun, lol. Look, if you want to watch that level, you can watch it every week at the 250 level. You can watch it next week in Geneva or any other tournament. Steph, 15-0. Gauff 30 love, though. I would not watch in support of the players. I'd watch from the quarterfinals onwards. I'd be intrigued to see what happens. Yeah. Anyway, Steph comes in the net with a volley. And Machac in the net for 30-15. Gauff's got 30-15 as well. Tournament will be empty for sure. A lot of people will not buy tickets to watch people outside the top 50. No way. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't even know. I think top 50, you could still get some interesting, like you'd still get like Tsitsipas, Hurkacz, Berrettini, right? All those kind of guys playing. Steph goes to 40-15, so does Coco. Yeah, I'll tell you. Look, I don't think it's going to get to the point where we have to all like go, whoa, the draw is literally empty. I think that they're gonna bend to the players' needs because the players literally have all the power when it comes to. If they can all agree, they've got all the power. As Coco goes to 3-1 and Steph holds 1-love. Like I think, the players are. If they can all band together, they do have they hold all the cards, right? And the tournament will have to increase. There will be no choice because it's like, well, because they're not going to they're going to lose more money by them not playing. Like people are going to refunds. Like I want to watch Jannik Sinner. He's not playing. Give me a refund. People aren't going to buy ground passes, right? Because they're like, well, why would I go to the tennis? None of the players I want to watch are playing. Like, who do I watch? All the marketing would be like around, they'd just probably market around French players, right? It'd be like, who the hell am I going to watch? So, like, yeah. I mean, the amount of people that also have bought tickets in advance to go, and travel to France and travel to Paris and go to the event, I mean, that would be all go backwards. So they'd lose a lot of money that way, on accommodation and stuff. It'd just be an absolute nightmare. So it's like, we'll just, pay them more, sort out the logistics later, but they don't really, they'd probably lose way more if the players didn't play. All right, drop shot Valendova, Gauff for the pass, but Valendova volleys it away, 30-love. Machac also has 30-love. So I don't think we'll get to the point where we're even talking, where we're actually, when the players are actually not going to play, but man, it's crazy, man. Because then what about Wimbledon? Wimbledon's literally after it. Did Wimbledon go, whoop, okay, we'll give you... But are they disputing Wimbledon or just Roland Garros? 30-love Valendova. She double faults, 30-15. 30-15. Tournament owners must realize fans also boycotting should hurt their pockets down the line. Yeah, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, tennis fans don't. We are the least important part of a tournament. They might be like, hey, attendance records are at an all-time high, and prices of tickets and stuff. But I think at the end of the day, they did pretty well without us during COVID. So I don't think tennis fans are the biggest priority. To be fair. The tournament survived during COVID without fans, so I don't think I don't think they really are worried too much about the fans boycotting. 40-15 on both courts here for the Czech players. As Machac serves, into the back of Steph. Return goes into the forehand of Machac. As Steph. They kind of rhyme. As with a forehand now slicing the net. No, it goes over by Machac. And then Steph hits a forehand winner. 40-30. As Valentova backhand into the back of the Gauff. Backhand Valentova goes wide, and it's 40-30. Valentova's still a chance to hold, but she's down a break in the second. And Machac gives Steph a thumbs up after that great forehand winner. All right, Machac 40-30 to level the second. RBA wins. That must have been a marathon because he was playing like 2 hours ago. Good serving Machac. God, Machac is on fire with that serve. Steph's going to have to play tie breaks again. All right, 1-1 as Valentova nails the forehand. 3-2 Coco with a set and a break. But Valentova is just hanging around. She's just hanging around. All right, serve out wide. There's a fault, second serve. Serve to the back of Machac. Return goes into the net. 15 love. Oh, it was 2 hours for Batista Agut. Okay. Felt longer. Fans at home and TV deals. Yeah, that's where we come into it. That's where we contribute to the sport. Yeah, I saw the revenue split, how different it is to tennis from other sports. It's wild that other sports get 50% and tennis only gets like 20. And Steph hits a drop shot in the net, and it's 15-0. Yeah, but again, it's a wait and see. 1 second. All right. 15 all. Steph with the backhand. Into the backhand of Machac. Steph with the backhand again. The back of Machac. Backhand Steph at the net. Oh, man. He hit a nice, clean shot, but he hit it into the net. Coco with the set and a break here. Machac looking to do the same. Valentova with a nice slice. Coco backhand again, the backhand of Valentova. As they go backhand again, and then Valentova slicing the net. 15 love. All right, Steph's in big trouble here. 15-30. All right, serve is a fault, second serve. Serve goes in the backhand of Machac. Backhand from Steph to the backhand of Machac. Steph with a slice down the line. Machac there with a forehand. Steph with a backhand pass. Oh, hit the tape and went wide. Oh, that's so unlucky. That would have been a great passing shot. It just hit the tape. Machac got 2 more break points to break in the second. God, that was brutal. That was so unlucky. That was going to be a hell of a pass because there was no way Machac was going to get that back. And it hit the tape and just ricocheted off the court. Gauff in the net, 30-15. That was a great backhand for Steph. Oh, and he broke his racket as well. Did he break his racket on that throw? He threw his racket into the ground. I didn't even see that. He definitely got a code violation for that. If he has to change rackets, that's broken. If your racket breaks and it's unusable and you have to change it, you get in trouble. Imagine you break your racket like 4 times and then you play with it and you're like, it's playable. All right, 15-40. That sucks for Steph. That was a great backhand and just hit the tape and flew sideways. Second serve. Into the back of Machac. Return goes into the forehand of Steph. To the back of Machac on the stretch. Steph comes in, but the shot doesn't go in at all. And it's 30-40. Still break point here for Machac. All right, 30-all here, Gauff. She serves the forehand of Valentova. Forehand from Gauff. In the forehand of Valentova. Gauff. Forehand again to the forehand of Valentova. Gauff. up the line. Valentiva backhand, cross-court. Gauff gets on the stretch. Valentiva forehand, up the line. Gauff with a slice in the net. Great shot from Valentiva. And she gets a break point to get back on serve. All right, Steph backhand again in the form of Machac. Machac it's a winner. He's picking on that backhand. He's picking on that backhand. He's got to set a break now. 2-1 in the second, Machac. He's making this way too easy, and I hate it. All right, I don't like this at all. Also, Quinn's up a break in the third. Garin and Cerundolo Jr., as in younger brother, they're battling it out in the tiebreak. Penko just started as well. She's already down a break. All right, Coco's down break point, but she survives. Deuce. All right, but Steph is in big trouble. He's just it's just such a simple strategy. Hit it to Steph's backhand. Like, he's not doing anything like mind-blowing Machac. He's literally just hitting it to Tsitsipas's backhand. You know, like, yeah. That's a good idea. Hit it to the weaker side with your forehand. like it's brilliant. All right, Gauff. Advantage to take the 4-2 lead. Serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. Tennis ball's back. Oh, for the like button? Hell yeah. Like the video to see the ball. All right. As Gauff with the backhand goes wide, and Valentiva gets to deuce. All right. Gauff is at deuce, trying to keep that break. All right, Machac. Only 54 minutes setting a break. These matches are flying, which I appreciate. As Gauff says a fault, second serve. Machac can't lose serves. So, I mean, unless he gets nervous, which could happen. But right now, he is unbreakable. His serve is phenomenal. He's lost no points. He lost 2 second serve points in this set. But in the match, he's only missed 6 first serves. So how do you break the guy that doesn't miss serves? 30 love. Like, he's not missing first serves. So, like, yeah, try and break it. And he's winning 86% of first serve points. So when he gets a first serve in, he wins a point. Almost 9 out of 10 times. I mean, how the hell is Steph going to get anywhere? Like, unless Machac starts missing serves all of a sudden. As Valentiva hits a lovely lob. Coco gets it back, and then Valentiva with a lovely drive volley forehand from almost the baseline. That was crazy good. And she gets back to deuce. I just like the dog video, and a paw came up. Nice. Steph return goes long. Machac 3-1. Consolidates a break. Gil said that Machac would beat Steph Cam. Yeah, I know. I think you told me that yesterday, and I wish you had told me that before I put Steph in my team. You know, this information is useless to me now. All right, deuce. As we get a serve now from Gauff. There's a fault, second serve. Machac was the goddamn underdog too. How did this happen? All right, second serve. Double fault Coco. All right, Valentiva, a chance to get back on serve. Gil doesn't always know. Bro, he does know. Come on. You're crazy. All right, advantage Valentiva. As the return goes into the forehand of Gauff. Forehand now from Valentiva to forehand of Gauff up the line. Valentiva backhand. Into the backhand of Gauff. Valentiva backhand up the middle. Gauff gets back with the forehand to the forehand of Valentiva. Valentiva hits it wide and Gauff survives. Deuce. Anyone know about the news about Vachereau? Yeah, he's not playing. He withdrew. I don't know what for, but he withdrew. Which is a shame. Because he couldn't replicate the week last week in Madrid, and he didn't play the week before that, and now he's not playing this week. So it's after a good start at the French, now he's not playing. And Rinderknecht withdrew as well. And Anisimova withdrew today. Kostyuk yesterday or the day before. Has Gauff for the backhand. Goes wide. Advantage Valendova. Yeah, it's brutal, man. There's just so many players getting hurt at the moment. 3-2. Machac with the break in the second, but Steph holds. And that's all he can do right now. Some people think that Steph should play 250s or challenge to build his confidence. Yeah, but the problem with that is you can't do that during a 500, 1,000 weeks. Like, that's really easy to say. And I agree, and he will. I think he is playing a 250 next week. But to say, like, he should play 250s, there's no 250s going on at the moment. Like, we haven't had a 250 since the end of March. Like, Marrakesh and Bucharest. They were the only 250s that we've had in the last, 6 weeks. Because then it was Monte Carlo, Barcelona, or Munich. They're 500, so obviously not 1,000. And then 2-week Masters, they don't have any other tournaments going on. He could go to a challenger event next week like Berrettini and Hurkacz did, and maybe he will. But if he loses this, he probably will. He should. But yeah, it's easy to say, Steph should go back to 250s. It's like, but there's no 250s. Even in March, right? I mean, Indian Wells, Miami, a 2-week Masters. There's nothing else going on. Acapulco and Dubai are happening in February, but Chile's the only 250. Delray Beach is a 250, but it's also Doha 500. So, Steph's playing those. So Steph can't go to Delray Beach. It's not even near Doha, right? So logistically, he can't really go play 250s unless he wants to go to Buenos Aires, Delray Beach, and Chile, which he doesn't. He wants to go to Doha and Dubai because they pay more appearance fee and they're worth more points. So yeah, going to 250s is kind of doesn't make sense for Steph because he United Cup for Greece, then he takes a week off, right? Then he goes and plays the Australian Open. Then he goes and plays for Greece with Davis Cup, or he has a week off. And then you've got Rotterdam or Dallas, and I don't think he played either of those. Then he played Doha, then he played Dubai. Then you got Indian Wells, Miami. Then he had a week off. And then he's got Monte Carlo, Barcelona, or Munich. Madrid, Italy, and then next week, Geneva, Hamburg. And I don't know if he's playing in Geneva or Hamburg. Maybe he is. But yeah, and then you got Roland Garros. So it's like, I feel like that's such, saying that, he should go play 250s or challenges. It's like, yeah, but there's not many 250s. And I mean, look, he should play a challenger if he loses this match. Because there are challenges next week. And like I said, guys like Menchik are on the list of these challenges, right? So Tsitsipas shouldn't be too proud to go play challenges. When they're 175 and they're stacked, right? And I wouldn't be shocked if he was on the list of one of those anyway. In which one? So there's one in Valencia and there's one in Bordeaux. But there's no entry list, so I have no idea. Or am I blind? Is that next week? Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure he's going to play one of those. All right, advantage Gauff, by the way. She gets a forehand lob. Valendova volleys, but Gauff just couldn't get the volley back. Valendova gets back to deuce. But you're right. He should. I mean, this is just a tough draw, right? Machac and then Medvedev, right? But he played well last week, Steph, so that's why he wouldn't have played challenges last week. But yeah. That's the problem with these 2-week Masters, though. If they were 1 week, then there'd be a week with 250s. He could go play those, right? You could play 1 week Madrid and then have a 250 week where all the players that need the form can play. 2-week Masters, you lose in the first round, you've got to go play a challenger. There's no other option. It's massive drop. Or take a week and just hang out. Do nothing, right? So it's actually kind of brutal. So I'm having a look here at the Bordeaux Challenger. He's not on the list for that. But Echeverry, Greek Sport, Atman, they're all playing. So it's not like it's beneath him, right? Valencia, yeah, he's not on the list there either. He should ask for a wild card though. As Machac hits a lovely volley. This is the first game that Machac has had to struggle. 40-30. Coco gets broken, by the way. 3-0. Valentova's back on serve. Yeah, Valencia's got Menchik, Nakashima, Munar, Tabilo, Bergs. Baez, Berrettini. I mean, he should go play that. That is, like, get a wild card to that one because the other one's got Echeverry, Greek Spory, and those guys, and that's fine. But if I'm Steph, I'm going to that Valencia one. Because you could play Bergs, Tabilo, Baez. I mean, there's Blocks is playing, and he just made a semi-final of 1,000. So, like, why wouldn't you? Machac 4-2, especially if he loses today. Like, why would you sit around for a week and do nothing? Like, he should definitely go play a set 175 next week. All right. Love 15 as Gauff gets a return to the backhand of Valentova. So with a backhand rally. Up the line now to the forehand of Gauff. Forehand of Valentova. Into the forehand of Gauff as we had a forehand from Valentova in the nets. Love 30. There's Geneva. Is he playing Geneva? Is he on the entry list for Geneva or Hamburg? He's not playing Geneva. Is he? No. So he must be playing Hamburg. No. He's not even on the entry list of like the qualities of Hamburg. Look, by the way, Steph can get a wild card to these events. Like he could ask for a wild card. All right, love 40 here. Gauff to get the break again. If this results don't improve, do you see him calling it a day and retiring or grinding for years? What, Steph? I don't think Tsitsipas is retiring. Did you see what he said last week after the Rude lost? He said he feels like himself again on court and he's got his mojo back. Or he's got his energy back. And he's fired up again. I'm like, that's a great sign. So I don't think he's going to retire. I don't think he's going to retire. All right, as Gauff holds, good return winner. Sorry, Gauff breaks, my bad. Gauff breaks. All right, Coco. She's got the break again. All right. Tsitsipas 15 love. He's got to keep hold. And hope Machac gets a little nervous on the serves. He did get a little bit of inroads in the last game. Slice from Steph goes cross court. As Machac hits a drop shot. Oh, that just missed. Machac almost hit a sideways spinning drop shot winner. That had flair. He's playing. His shorts are way. Is his shorts getting shorter? His shorts got shorter, didn't he? Are they even shorts? They're briefs. 30 love. What the hell's he wearing? Where's his pants? Serve is a fault. Somebody get this guy some shorts. What is he wearing? What the hell? That shot was crazy. That would have been a crazy shot. And Steph hits... Oh, Machac goes around the net. Steph with a slice. Machac gets it back. Steph with the forehand. Now Machac with the backhand up the line. Steph with the forehand of the stretch goes into the forehand of Machac. As Steph, forehand up the line. Winner! What a return by Machac, but he doesn't win the points, so... I mean, they'll be still that will be on tennis TV. Great return from outside the court. He slaps it round the net. But Steph just too good. Crazy good. All right, 40 love Steph. Show that Machac round the net again. That was crazy. All right, serve to the forehand of Machac. Machac hits it wide and Steph holds. All right. It's only 2 bad service games from either guy in this match is the difference. Like, Steph has only played 2 poor games, and that's been the difference. Machac has not played a bad game, and that's why he's winning. All right. (4-3) Coco. Serve goes into the forehand of Valentova. Gauff with a forehand to the backhand of Valentova. Into the forehand of Gauff. Valentova forehand again. The forehand of Gauff. Up the line of the backhand of Valentova. Crossed into the backhand of Gauff. Valentova. Backhand again to the backhand of Gauff. As Valentova forehand is a winner. God, her forehand is so good. Chat, you gotta watch Valentova's forehand. It is crazy. Her forehand is fire. Her forehand just crushes. 15 love. All right, can Steph get back this break? Machac was at 30 in the last game. There was a little bit of nerves there, but he held on. All right, 15-0. All right, first there's a fault, second serve. Serve to the backhand of Valendova. Forehand from Gauff to the forehand of Valendova. Oh, Valendova in the net. 30-15. All right, Coco trying to get to 5-3 here. Are these matches going to finish at the same time? No, because Steph's coming back. Machac serves. A fault. Steph's got to take advantage of every second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Steph. Return goes up the line to the backhand of Machac. Steph with the backhand again. The backhand of Machac. Machac in the net. Love 15. As Valendova gets to 30-0. All right, love 15. Do you reckon Steph's getting a backhand? Return. Machac serves. A fault. All right, second serve. This is going to the backhand, right? He's going to kick it to the backhand, right? Surely he's going to kick it to the backhand, right? He's going to kick it to the backhand. Yep, to the backhand of Steph. Backhand Machac. As Steph hits a backhand into the forehand of Machac. Again to the backhand of Steph. Machac just does not want Steph to hit a forehand until he hits a backhand up the line for a winner. From Machac, and it's 15-0. Great shot, Machac. He's just kicking it. He's just going backhand to Steph, and then he's like, now I can hit my shot down the line. Good. I reckon Tsitsipas has hit like 70-30 backhand forehand. Maybe 80-20. Like he must have hit like at least 80% backhands in this match. Machac is just like, I am going to go to this side every time. All right, deuce. It's Gauff serves. A fault. Second serve. Machac has missed another first serve. Or was that a let? That was another missed first serve. Second serve. Is a double fault as he tried to kick it to the backhand, but it didn't work. Gauff double faulted too. Chat, it's contagious. Cover your mouths. Chat, it's contagious. Don't double fault. Everybody's double faulting. Watch out. All right, advantage Valendova. Gauff serves. And Valendova missed the return long. All right. And we get back to deuce. 15-30, Steph. This is the best chance he's had all day. Serve. Into the forehand of Steph. Machac for the forehand to the forehand of Steph. Machac, backhand. Again to the forehand of Steph. Steph doesn't want to hit backhands. He's allergic. Machac goes down the middle. Steph with the pass. Oh, Machac with a lovely volley winner. 30-0. God, I tell you, Steph did not want to hit backhands. He was running around and just hitting shanking forehands. And he's like, I'm not hitting backhands. And then Machac is like, well, you're going to lose then. Because I'm going to hit the ball anyway. I'm going to hit a winner. Great volley from Machac. All right, backhand to backhand rally as that goes up the line into the forehand of Gauff. Forehand of Valendova as Gauff backhand on the stretch. Valendova, forehand again to the backhand of Gauff. Valendova, forehand again into the forehand of Gauff. Lob goes up. Valendova comes in. Lets it bounce and smash. Puts it away. Back to deuce. All right, 30-0 here. Steph's got to do something now. Oop. The ball toss was all over the place. Uh-oh. Machac serves. Down the tee. Steph with the backhand. Goes out. Hey, look, when it works, do it. Why not? If it works, why not? It works. All right, return goes out by Valendova. Gauff gets to advantage. And Machac still yet to face a break point in this entire match. All right, advantage. Coco. As the backhand return goes in, the backhand of Gauff. Drop shot's good, but Valendova's going to get there and put it away. No! Gauff slice down the line. Valendova volleys. Gauff for the forehand slice. Valendova volleys. Gauff for the forehand slice. Valendova smash. Gauff for the backhand pass. Valendova volleys. Oh, it's a winner! She puts her hand up in the air. How did she win that rally? Valendova gets back to deuce. Neither of the players wanted to win. They were just like, no, yes, maybe, nah. Like, nobody wanted to win that point. Until Valendova's like, I guess I'll just, like, hit the backhand over there. It was a stab volley winner, really. It was Like, Valenova just reacted, and it got the winner. Great rally. Anyways, Machac is at deuce. This is the best chance he's had all day. Machac serves into the forehand of Steph. To the back of him. Oh, Machac shanked it. Steph hit the line. First break point of the match for Tsitsipas. As Valentiva backhand into the forehand of Gauff. Up the line into the backhand of Valentiva. Backhand of Gauff. Into the forehand of Valentiva. Gauff backhand again. To the forehand of Valentiva. Crossed into the forehand of Gauff as Valentiva backhand. Into the Gauff forehand. Valentiva backhand again up the line. Good shot. Advantage Valentiva. First break point of the match for Steph. Let's see what happens. He serves now Machac. Straight down the tee. Steph shanks it back. It goes into the back of Machac. Steph backhand. Into the back of Machac. Again to the back of Steph. Machac. Backhand again. Into the Steph backhand. He shanks it wide though, Steph. He needed to hit a forehand, but he couldn't get around it. All right, back to deuce. First break point of the match saved for Machac. All right, Valentiva backhand cross court. Go for the pass. Goes long. Valentiva breaks. All right. Valentiva breaks. All right, Machac surviving his first test. Serve out wide the forehand of Steph. Return into the forehand of Machac. Steph backhand up the line. Machac gets it back. Now Steph with the forehand inside out. Machac gets it back. Steph with the forehand inside out in the net. I would have loved Steph to just attack that and then run into the net. That would have been so fun to watch. And he would have probably... Look, Machac might have passed him, but I would have loved Steph to hit that inside out forehand and charge the net. Such a shame that he stood back and then just made an error. All right, advantage Machac. Valentiva hits that one out, love 15. All right, Machac serves. An ace! Oh, ouch. 5-3, Machac. He does not get broken. He keeps that break, but that was a big chance. That was the chance for Steph. Valentiva makes another error off the great shot from Gauff off the baseline. Love 30. How do you feel about Sabalenka and Gauff saying they'll boycott the French Open? I gotta be honest, we've talked about this a lot. You got to come to the streams a little earlier. We've talked about that at length already. Rewind the stream about an hour. All right, backhand goes in from Steph, but Machac puts that away. Love 15. Valentiva backhand to the forehand of Gauff. Valentiva backhand up the line again. Great shot. Gauff slicing the net. God, Valentiva's inside-out backhand or up-the-line backhand. Very, very good shot. All right, 15-30. All right, Gauff's still a chance to get the break and serve the match, but breaks have been happening a lot in this match, so we'll see what's up. Steph trying not to get broken to keep this match alive. All right, return goes in the forehand of Valentiva. Forehand from Gauff. Into the forehand of Valentiva. Gauff forehand again. To the forehand of Valentiva. Gauff. Forehand again to the forehand of Valentiva. Gauff forehand up the line in the net. Nice depth by Valentiva. 30-0. Tsitsipas 15-0. By the way, chat, we've got about a couple of hours until Sabalenka Krejcikova comes on. Oh, that ball just stayed low for Gauff and she kind of shanked it into the net, into the ground. That was a shame. She was ready for that shot. She just hit it off the bottom of the frame. Didn't bounce. All right, Valentiva hits it wide. Good return, Coco. 30-40 Gauff to get the break serve for the match. Steph, 30-15. Good serve out wide, but no. Hawkeye said it's a fault. Still can't see the court. It's bright and impossible to see. Second serve, Steph. Into the forehand of Machac. Return the back of Steph. Oh, Steph in the net. 30-0. 30-0. Big chance for Machac to finish this off now. And Valentiva hits it out. And Coco's going to serve for the match. All right. Big point coming up here for Steph. 30-all. As he serves. A fault. Oh, God. I'll tell you, get ready for a backhand. Second serve. Machac is stepping in. This is pressure. Second serve, Steph. Into the body of Machac. Return goes to the backhand of Steph. Machac backhand. Again to the backhand of Steph. Machac backhand again. To the backhand of Tsitsipas. He goes up the line though, Steph. Good shot. Machac in the net. All right. Steph survives with a backhand. Great up the line backhand winner. Or unreturnable shot. Beautiful shot. All right. To make Machac serve for this and put the pressure back on. Mahac's last 2 service games has been tested. Add on top of that the fact that he's going to serve for the match. Maybe there's a little more nerves. 40-30. Steph serves. Into the back of Machac. Return goes deep into the back of Steph. Machac. Backing up the line is a winner. Clean. So clean. He don't want to serve this out. He's like, get me out of here. Right now. No more serving. I've served enough. I faced a break point. What do you want from me? I've had enough. That was pressure. I was nervous enough. You should have broken me then. All right. Deuce. Steph serves. Massive serve down the tee. Advantage Tsitsipas. Coco's going to serve for this match. All right. Advantage Steph. Coco serving for the match, but no one's really been able to hold serve very much in this. It's funny because on the men's side, everyone's holding serve, and it's hard to break. On the ladies' side, in the second set especially, it's been hard to hold. All right, Machac shanks it wide. Steph does hold. Machac going to serve this match. Yo! $11 from zero.
Hot take, but I think if Zverev exists RG, it slightly lowers Sinner's chances of winning RG. Zverev acts like a great filter, knocking out potential finalists that could cause upset Sinner in the final.
Hey, thank you for the $11. What do you mean Zverev exists RG? I'm confused. What is that? Is that a typo? Coco, 15 love. Hot take, but I think if Zverev... Oh, exits, are you saying? Exits RG. Yeah, he does eliminate a lot of Sinner's... he does. You're right. Sinner would rather play him than probably some of the other guys that he beats along the way. All right, Gauff, 30 love. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Like, if we talk about Madrid for a second... he took out Atman, Menchik, and Kaboli, and all those guys against Sinner. I don't think they beat Sinner, but they still like that. That's tricky. They're awkward opponents, right? Forward up the line in the backhand of Valendova in the net though. 40 love Gauff to get the win in a tough straight sets, and then Zverev took out Fonseca, Bergs and Garin in Monte Carlo. So yeah, Bergs and Fonseca would be an awkward opponent for Sinner as well. Underdog with nothing to lose, love to hit the ball hard. So yeah, I get you. He definitely does. He definitely is a filter for Sinner, and does beat some players that maybe Sinner doesn't want to play, or that would find awkward. That I can see that makes sense. 40 love match points for Coco. As she hits a winner, and there it is. Gauff gets it done. It wasn't easy. Valendova made it work, but Coco gets the win. But keep an eye out for Valendova. She's definitely a player to watch. She is one of those dangerous young players coming through. All right, Machac is serving for this match, but he keeps picking on the Steph backhand. Steph goes up the line, though, with the backhand at the forehand of Machac. Now Steph forehand. Cross court. Machac gets it back. Steph on the attack with a forehand up the line. Machac with a slice in the net. Tsitsipas, love 15. If you are leaving, don't forget to sub on the way out. But good win from Coco. Solid win. And Valentova, I think she might be playing dubs, not sure. She's playing probably a challenger event next week. She did make a challenger final last week as well when Madrid was second half of Madrid was going on. So yeah, she's another Czech player to put on the list with every other Czech player that is on. There's like 20 of them. There's a lot of Czech players to keep an eye on. All right, love 15. Serve from Machac into the backhand of Steph. Machac backhand is off the tape and wide, and it's love 30. This is the best chance Steph's had after that break point in the last game. All right, love 30. All right, Coco gets the first win of her event. Remember, she's defending the final. So a lot of points on the line. 600 and... Is it 650 or 600? I think it's 600, right? All right, Steph, love 30. Machac serves. Into the forehand of Tsitsipas, returning deep into the forehand of Machac. Steph with the backhand cross. To the backhand of Machac. Steph backhand again. And Machac backhand goes up the line and long. Love 40. We're going to merge the streams in a second. So after this game, unless Machac comes back. 650 points, is it? Or 40? It's around that, which is a lot of points. All right, love 40. Steph. By far the best chance he's had of breaking. All right, Machac serves. Machac with the serve. Down the tee is a fault. Second serve. Second serve is a double fault and we're back on serve. Wow. Talk about nerves. Did I not say there was going to be nerves? Massive nerves. I'm saying nerves, not nerds. I'm not calling you nerds. You're all really cool. Tennis nerds, but that's an endearing term. I'm a nerd. Tennis nerd. It's all fun. All right, jump on over. We're going to merge the streams, but Coco gets a win in straight sets, but it wasn't easy. 3 and 4. She gets a win. She's into the third round, and she'll take on somebody. Who's she playing? Oh no, she hasn't got an opponent yet. She'll take on the winner of she's in the draw. I saw her. She's definitely playing this event. I just watched her. Oh, she's playing the winner of Kalinina and Sierra. She should beat them and then possibly Jovic or Buzkova. So it could be very dangerous. But jump on over if you want to keep watching Steph and see what happens in this second set. Now it's well and truly alive. All right. 30 love Steph. Good serving. All right. Steph back. I'm not saying step back. Steph back. Steph is back. Step right up is what I'm trying to say. All right, 30-15. Now, let me just get the stats up and about. There we go. He's not playing Valentova. He's playing Machac. Ta-da. All right. Don't worry, this match is not over yet. All right, Steph. 40-15. Nice hitting from Steph. Nice serving from Steph. Steph is about to take the lead here. God, and to tell you, chat, you saw the pattern. First it was 30-all, then it was deuce, and he had to save a break point, and then it was love 40. So you could tell that the pressure was building on Machac when he got that break. You know, the first time he was in trouble was 30-all when he had the break in the second. Then it was deuce, he had to save a break point, and then finally, the third time Machac was serving for the match, the most pressure, that's when that break happened, right? All right, now Steph is up 6-5. Maybe Steph's going to have the comeback this time instead of Ruud the other day. All right. By the way, don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. We're at 100 likes. We're almost at 200 likes, though. Let's see if we can get to 200 by the end of this set. It's not over yet. That's true. That is so true. All right, let's see if Machac can get to the tiebreak. Now, we can say tiebreak in the second set. The rules are final set, you can't say the word. But you can say it in the second set, so it's okay. I don't make the rules up. I just tell you what the rules are. I just recite the rules. Tsitsipas is going to go over the top. He'll take this in the third. I hope so. In the second set, by the way, Machac has still won 100% of first serve points. He's just not getting his first serve in as much. He's only won 2 second serve points in this set, but he's winning every point on his first serve. So when he gets his first serve in, automatic. When he misses, it's basically, if you miss the first serve, you lose the point. So that's where Machac is in this set. First set, his second serve wasn't bad, but he was missing no first serve. So it was just like, bang, 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 you can't break me. But this second set, Machac is, he misses the first serve, he loses the point. He doesn't even need a second serve, really. It's weird how the stats look like that. All right, serve goes in the forehand. Steph up the line to the backhand of Machac. Steph backhand. Into the forehand of Machac. Steph with the backhand again. To the backhand of Machac. Steph backhand again to the backhand of Machac. Into the slice of Steph. Machac with the forehand again to the backhand of Steph, who hits it in the net. Make that 17 out of 17 in the first serve points. All right. 15 love. Machac serves again. Serve the fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes out by Steph, 30-15. Jeez, I just saw the shot of the year from Quinn. Quinn just hit the tweener, like the Federer versus Nadal tweener. The queener. That sounds... But he lost the match, so... That's the worst. He hit shot of the year and lost. Like, that's brutal. Well, at least he got shot of the year. Like, it was a Federer versus Djokovic US Open tweener. That was perfect. But he lost, so it's like, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got to win the match. Like, you got to win that match, though. Otherwise, I don't know. We deduct points if you don't win the match. It's like, yay, you hit a great shot. But did you win? No. Okay. All right, 30-15 here. Machac with a forehand inside out. Steph's there with a slice, but it's in the net. 40-15. All right, here we go. Machac to get to the second set tiebreak. Steph played 3 tiebreaks against Ruud. And he won one of them. Should have won, could have won the others, but he did not. As he says, a fault, Machac. No, it was an ace. Steph thinks it's wide, but Hawkeye said no. All right, tiebreak. Who's winning, chat? Who's winning this tiebreak? Who is winning this tiebreak? Who's winning this tiebreak? I'm going to go Tsitsipas for the fun, because we need more tennis, please. And also for my team. My team needs Tsitsipas to win. It's not a good week if we start with a loss. All right. Steph serves. Honestly, don't know. Steph has the momentum, if that makes any sense or any difference. If that helps in any way. As Steph wins the first point, 1 love. But like I said, Machac is getting that first serve in. He's automatic. If he misses the first serve, he loses the point, pretty much. It's pretty simple. Tennis is simple. 1-0. As Machac serves. A fault. So he's going to lose the point now. Ready? Second serve. Chat. Stats don't lie. Stats don't lie. Second serve. Into the backhand of Steph. Return goes into the forehand of Machac. Steph with the backhand. Into the forehand of Machac. Steph backhand again. Into the backhand of Machac. Steph backhand again. Machac with the backhand goes into the Steph backhand. Machac again to the backhand of Tsitsipas. They're just going backhand to backhand. Steph's holding his own. Then he hits a drop shot. Steph in the net. It's 1-1. It's 1-0. By the way, chat, if you want to watch this match, you can watch it on the Tennis TV app. There's a link down below. We're collabing with them for the rest of the year. Go check it out. You can watch the highlight of the. You can watch shot of the year on there as well. I think they probably have the Quinn highlight on there. As we get a backhand in the net by Steph. 2-1. What was that stat? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. What did you say? I couldn't hear you. Sorry. Machac, by the way, 20 out of 20 first serve points won. That is insane. He's won 20 out of 20 points when he gets his first serve in for the set. For the entire set. 100% first serve points won. That is ridiculous. 20 out of 20. And overall, he's only lost 4 points on his first serve. He's 90%. Anyway, Steph comes in with a volley, but it goes long. 3-1 Machac. He's at 90% first serve points won. 29% of second serve points. But first serve points, he's only lost 4 first serve points. Crazy. That is crazy. All right, 3-1 Machac. He gets a mini break. Like, Machac is serving ridiculous. The fact that Steph's held on to get to this tiebreak is kind of impressive. He should they should give him a bonus prize for it. 4-1 from Steph. That's a winner. We're back on serve. No, we're not. It's 3-2. Whoop. All right, 3-2 Machac. Whoops, I forgot who served, right? I was whatever. All right. Machac, who has not lost a point on his first serve. And he won't for the rest of the tiebreak. When he gets his first serve in, it's automatic. When he gets his first serve in, it's automatic. He never misses a first. He doesn't lose a point on his first serve. He hasn't for the whole set. He won't do it now, will he? I definitely won't. He serves. Out wide. To the back of the Tsitsipas. Machac with a forehand. That's going in. Steph with a pass. Machac. Forehand inside out. Oh, it goes in. Oh, I can't see the lines. I'm blind. 4-2. They change ends. Damn it. I thought I used my powers. Didn't work. I tried. 4-2. Ah, you know why? I wasn't wearing the hat. You gotta wear the special hat. That sounds weird. I forgot to wear the hat. All right. He will not miss a first serve. He never has missed a first serve for the entire set. No first serves have been missed. He hasn't lost a first serve point for the entire set. And he's serving now. He will not lose a first serve. He will not lose a first serve point for the entire tiebreak. 100% for the entire set. Watch this, chat. He will not lose another first serve point. He hasn't lost one since the first set. And he definitely won't lose one now, Machac. There's no way. Impossible. I can mark my words. As Steph slices it back, Machac with a forehand is a winner. See, I told you, chat. Mark my words. Now I look really stupid. No, 5-2. See, chat, there's no such thing as curses. See, I was just proving a point. I was just trying to prove a point. Curses are not real, see? All right, Steph serves. Down the tee, the forehand, Machac return in the net. 5-3, Machac. No, the hat wasn't a thrift purchase. I got it from my university of witchcraft and wizardry. As we're going to return now to the forehand of Steph. That's a winner. All right. Now, you know what I've already said. I'm not going to say it again. You don't need me to say it because I've already said it. But I'll give you the stat anyway. 22 out of 22 points first. 100% of first serve points won. Machac is serving for this match. If he gets his first serve in, he will win this match. He's got to win 2 more points to win this match. And if he gets his first serve in twice, he wins. And he plays Medvedev. Medvedev's Machac. Medvedev's, that's tough. That sucks for Medvedev. All right, serve Machac. Down the tee. Steph gets it back, but it's in the net. See? 100%. Match point Machac. 6-4. If he gets his first serve in, it's a done deal. You don't even have to watch the point. First serve's in, I'm going to walk away. If he gets the first serve in, just walk away. It's over. You know it's over. Don't even have to watch the rest of the rally. You already know what it is, chat. All right. Match points. He serves. Into the backhand of Steph. Return. Goes into the backhand of Machac. Steph with the forehand. Again to the backhand of Machac. Into the forehand of Steph. Machac. Backhand again. Goes into the forehand of Steph. Steph in the net. That is actually impressive. All jokes aside, Machac lost 4 points on his first serve for the entire match, and he lost 0 points in the second set. How do you break that guy? That is insane serving by Machac on the first serve. Second serve, not so much. First serve, though, ridiculous. Ridiculous. And you know it was strong because I even tried to use magic and it didn't work. He was immune to the magic. There was 91% of first serve points won. 91% of first serve points won. Steph was at 74. That's decent. 4 points he lost on his first serve. He only won 6 second serve points, but 4 on his first serve. That is incredible. That is insane serving. And he's into the next round. He plays Medvedev. And if he serves like that, he'll beat Medvedev too. Tough draw for Steph. This is why I know Steph on my team. Oh, well, Dutchie, I'm sorry. You're an expert. I forgot. Let's leave. Let's pretend like it never happened, all right? Steph's still a good pick. He'll be good. It's all good. It's okay. It's still good. It's still good. Great serving by Machac. Though that was ridiculous. And Machac just had a game plan of hit it to the backhand, and he just relentlessly went to the backhand. Like, it was so obvious. You're like, bro, keep hitting it to his backhand, but it kept working. Like, so simple yet effective. It's like, dude, he just kept it simple, stupid, right? I mean, he just literally just went, I'm going to hit it to your backhand with my forehand and backhand, because my forehand and backhand are better than your backhand. And it worked. And I'm also going to not lose a point on my first serve for an entire set. I'm going to lose, and I'm not going to lose first serve points. Like, that is, like, he literally, like, he serves like that, and then he just goes, I'm going to pick on your backhand, and he gets a win. Like, that is as simple as it gets. That's what he did. And it worked. It worked. Phenomenal. Like execution perfection. And he only got broken at the end there, maybe because of a little bit of nerves, and he missed first serves. Because when he missed his first serve, that was a problem. But when that first serve went in, and then when he was picking on that backhand, I mean, that's the scoreline being that as close as it was, considering the serving of Machac, Steph didn't do much wrong. Stats-wise, 8.1 for Machac and a 6.7 for Steph. So low on the performance rating. Above their averages, though. They're both above their average for the year, but not the best for either guy. I mean, you know, high 8s are obviously a great performance. Both serve well. 8.5 for Steph, 8.3 for Machac. The returns weren't great because the serving was great. Steph's backhand, 6.5. Shot quality, that's low. Machac with an 8.0 and a 7.6 on the forehand. Steph's forehand, 8.7. That was his shot of the tournament, his best shot. Steph with 8 aces, though. But yeah, the backhand. Machac was like, I'm going to your backhand. And Steph's like, but I don't want you to do that. I can't. My backhand is my weak spot. And he's like, I know. And it worked. 29 winners, 26 errors from Steph. 20 winners, 15 errors from Machac. 14 backhand errors from Steph. 11 forehand errors, and that was like at the start of the first set when Machac got that early break. Had Steph not have gotten broken early on, it probably would have been a first set tie break as well, right? But Machac got that early break. The forehand let him down early, Steph. And then the backhand was just relentlessly bullied. He hit 17 winners on the forehand side, and he hit no backhand winners for the entire match. Also, there was 16 forced errors for Steph as well on the returns, which because of Machac was just serving ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, that was like, you'll see all of those stats be like Tennis TV will put those stats out. You will see those stats, how ridiculously good that serving was of Machac in that second set. Like 100% of second serve points is a ridiculous stat. Yeah. I mean, Machac going cross court with the backhand and just like, literally just like the best things he did were relentlessly pick on the backhand. Yeah, even when there was like a mid court forehand, he just go to the backhand. Like he was not hiding what he was doing. He was like, any chance I get, I'm going to that side. And you know it's coming, but I also know that you can't do anything about it. And Steph's like, you're right. All I can do is serve and hope you don't hit my backhand. And Machac is like, well, too bad. All right. Good matches, though. Couple of good matches. Now we're just going to wait for Sabalenka in 3 hours. If Machac serves like that, Medvedev's going to be a problem. But Medvedev's going to have problems. But the thing is that Medvedev doesn't have the backhand weakness, so Machac isn't going to be able to bully Medvedev. Also, Machac is against Medi, sorry. He's going to have to be a lot better, like, patience, right? He's going to have to be a lot more patient. So Medvedev's going to be, getting a lot more shots back, especially on the backhand. And I don't think Medvedev's going to make as many forehand errors. So, yeah, Machac is going to really have to be, lock in the patience because, he might start, against Medvedev, he might just start spraying the ball because he's going for too much, right? So it was great execution, great plan, simple but effective. But against Medvedev, you can't rely on Medvedev's backhand being errors because that's not going to happen. He's going to probably have to come to the net a lot more because obviously Medvedev's standing back. Machac is capable. He's a mixed doubles gold medalist. He can play doubles. He did come to the net. Let me check. He did come to the net 8 times and won 7 points. He's probably going to have to up that to like 15 to 20 against Medi if he's going to really annoy Medvedev. But yeah. But it's going to be fun. We might watch that. It's going to be a busy day on Saturday. There's going to be a lot of matches, so we'll see what's up. Sucks we don't get Tsitsipas Medvedev, though. God, I love that rivalry. It's second to Sinkeraz right now. Damn it. Why is Machac ranked 41? Well, that's a thing, right? We were talking about that earlier. Both these guys are severely underranked. They both should be seeded here. Steph, because he lost a bunch of points at the start from last year, Dubai being the big one. But Machac lost Acapulco points this year too. That's why he's dropped from 20-ish to 40. So the reason why is because they both lost points from February last year. But yeah, they both should be seeded. Machac, way better than 40. I mean, he's at least a top 30. But yeah. Tsitsipas gave his best. Yeah, look. Machac was just serving out of a tree. And it's just an impossible game to compete up against, right? I mean, Steph served very well, considering, but Machac, just could not, was unbreakable, except for that one game that he got broken. Yeah, Tsitsipas could face Sinner in the first round of Roland Garros. He could, yeah. Yep. So could Machac, though. By the way, Machac did get a set off Sinner at Monte Carlo. So maybe we shouldn't have been so... you know what? We should have all just listened to Gil. And you should have all told me that Gil said that, because you guys know that I don't watch tennis podcasts or previews, because you got to tell me if Gil said that was going to happen. You got to give me a warning. I don't know what Gil's success rate is, but it's definitely on the high side. So you got to tell me when Gil says something. Got to give me advance notice. I just need Cerundolo to lose and I'll feel better, because then I got Cerundolo on my... If Cerundolo... Oh, God. Cerundolo does well, I'm screwed. Hadar comes in. Oh, God. Who do I get rid of? Oh, no. What have I done? My team is a mess. I'm in shambles. It's all right. Zverev. Oh, trusty Zverev. He'll make the semis. Don't worry. He'll do his job. And Fonseca. He'll make the final or semis. That's fine. Should have got Caboli. Should have got Caboli. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. My team is fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. We just lost one player. It's fine. We've still got 5 players. And we've got Zverev. Everything's fine. Don't even stress, chat. We got this. And we've got Casper Ruud. Come on. Everything's fine. There's not a problem. I'm not even bothered, right? I'm not even bothered. I'm not bothered. Everything's fine. I'm fine. We got this. We've got this. It's fine. Fine, everything's fine. If Tsitsipas works on his backhand slice and return, he is potential top 5. That's a big jump from where he is currently, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Exactly. And Hadar will come to the rescue. Hadar will come to the rescue. It's fine. Everything's fine. No regrets. No regrets. Sinikova still can't convert match point number 6. Yeah, I'm looking now. She got match point number 7. By the way, chat, we do have some time until the next match, which is happening in a while. So here's the schedule. Where's the schedule? So we've got Sonigo versus Bouzet and then Sabalenka. So we've got to wait for that. That might go for 3 hours. And then Sabalenka's going to start at midnight. I'm going to see the sunrise. It's going to be a whole thing. So Bencic Andreescu's coming on now. Are there any other matches? No. Penko. Did Penko win? No. Penko was losing, right? Penko's into the third. She won the second. All right. So there's nothing going on. So court 2 is done. Ostapenko's still playing. Chapeau Navone. Did we watch Andreescu versus Bencic? I mean, it comes on now. We got time to kill. What am I going to do? Sit around? Yes, I am. Let me check. Did we watch? We could. We could fill in the time. Because Sabalenka's not starting until for at least 2 hours. Minimum 2 hours. At least she's 2 hours away. We haven't watched Andreescu for a minute. And I am a fan of Andreescu. And Bencic hasn't really been playing the best lately. All right. You know what? Let's do it. Let's watch Andreescu versus Bencic to fill in the time. It's either that or I go watch a movie, but I also want to watch yeah. All right. We got to fill in the time. We just hang out. Look, what's going on? I'm gonna get something to eat though, because I'm starving. So let me do that first, and then we'll jump on. God, there's so many good matches on tomorrow that they're all at the same time. Why does the schedule hate us, chat? Schedule has to be so mean. All right, Sabalenka, Krejcikova. All right. We'll watch Bencic. Wait, hang on. Is Bencic Andreescu starting now? Yeah. What's the time in Madrid? Rome. Yeah, it was supposed to start an hour ago. Oh, they're coming out of court right now. Uh-oh. All right. Easy. All right. Jump on over here. Listen to Djokovic. He's not playing today. He's playing tomorrow. We're going to watch him, though. So Djokovic on tomorrow. 100% we're going to watch him. We'll watch every Djokovic match for the rest of time because that is the promise I made to all the Djokovic fans forever. All right. Jump over there. I'll be back to watch Bencic versus Andreescu, which could be an absolute fire matchup, to be honest. But Machac wins, beats Tsitsipas, and gets into the second round. He's going to play Medvedev in a couple of days. I'll see you guys soon.